Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. A different kind of video for you guys here today. As you can see, no graphics and I'm on the video. That's because I'm going to be doing my Scottish Premiership team of the season. The reason why I'm doing it with 4 games to spare is basically because the PFA have released theirs and I kind of wanted the video to be relevant at the time of publishing it. So I just felt this was a great time to do my one also. Guys, as always, please do smash the like button and subscribe. And just before we get into the video, I'm just going to say now, this is the Scottish Premiership team of the season, not the Scottish Cup, Scottish League Cup. I'm not going to be taking that into consideration, nor am I going to be taking the Europa League into consideration either. It's plain and simple, just the Scottish Premiership. Anyway, let's get into the video. Okay, so starting with the goalkeeping position, and this one was pretty easy for me. I've gone with Craig Gordon. The reason why I've gone with Craig Gordon is the saves he's made this year have been absolutely outstanding, and as an individual, I think he's gained his team a lot of points in terms of all the goalkeepers in the division. I think the saves that he's made throughout the games over the season has played a massive part into Hearts actually finishing third this year. A lot of people will probably make a counter argument and maybe put Joe Hart in there, but for me, Joe Hart, yeah, he's had a good season. He hasn't really had an awful lot to do. I think Celtic have kind of won their points and won the division by, you know, as a team and as a collective, but as an individual in goal, I think Craig Gordon has been more of a standout than Joe Hart. I think Celtic fans may be raving over Joe Hart a bit too much just because last year they didn't really have any decent goalkeeping options. So now that they've got a decent goalkeeper, they're sort of raving about it. But Craig Gordon for me is going in the team of the year. Okay, so moving on to right back, and this was another easy option for me. At the time of recording, he is the highest assist maker and has the highest amount of goals and assists, if you combine them together, across the whole division. That, of course, is James Tavernier. Tavernier, who has currently 12 assists at the moment so far at the time of recording, and goals and assists, he tops the charts with 19, and in second there is Alfredo Morelos. So, as I say, for a right back, his numbers are absolutely frightening, and for me, no right back comes close. So, James Tavernier for me going in the right back position. Okay, so moving on to our first centre-back, and this was another easy one for me, and that is going to Cameron Carter-Vickers. I think Cameron Carter-Vickers has been the signing of the season for me when it comes to Celtic, and when people make the debate that Celtic, you know, they need to go and sign Jota, I think Cameron Carter-Vickers should be Celtic's priority in the summer. I really do. I think he's brought a calmness to the back, and he hasn't made any mistakes. Can't think of anything off the top of my head. Certainly in the league, has Cameron Carter made any really defensive errors or been the pinpoint of blame for conceding any goals? He's been that good, and yeah, as I say, for me, straight into the team of the season. Okay, so moving on to centre-back number 2, and this one was quite a hard one for me. I was toying with John Souttar at the start, but he has missed a lot of football, has pretty much missed half a season due to injury, so I couldn't put him in my team of the season due to that. So I did have to have a little think around. I'm going to go with an all-Celtic centre-back partnership because they have conceded the least amount of goals and are going to go on to be champions at the time of recording this video. So I've gone with Carl Starfelt, and whilst he doesn't stand out as an individual, as I say, him and Cameron Carter-Vickers haven't really put a foot wrong at the back, and he has probably been the most consistent across the course of the season out of other centre-backs. So I've gone with another Celtic centre-back, Carl Starfelt. Okay, so for my left back, I'm going to be going with Calvin Bassey. Again, this might be another controversial one, people wanting Juranovic, but I just think Calvin Bassey this season has really stepped up his game, filled in at centre-back, filled out at left-back, and just been really key to Rangers over the course of the season. And as I say, Rangers pretty much have finished second. They've not had a bad season, so I don't see why it's a problem to not include Calvin Bassey. I personally think he's the best left-back option that we've got here in the Scottish Premiership. Moving into the midfield, I'm going for a midfield 2, and this is also going to be my captain, and it's going to be Callum McGregor. So Callum McGregor, as I say, took over the captain's armband at the start of the year. Obviously, very hard thing to do, fill those shoes, but I think he's done a remarkable job. He's been Mr. Consistent in the midfield for Celtic, rarely missed games. Yes, he's missed a game here and there due to injury, but he's been so consistent in the middle of the park, in the motor of the Ange Postecoglou machine. And for me, he's been a key part to Celtic's team so far this season. And a great leader as well, might I add. Okay, so moving on to my second midfielder, and I'm going to be going with Tom Rogic. I just feel Tom Rogic has had a very, very consistent campaign, played a lot of games in the midfield for Celtic along with Callum McGregor, and this has probably been his best season in a long, long time, especially probably going back to the Brendan Rodgers days. He sort of regained that form. So yeah, I've gone with Tom Rogic there in the midfield. A couple of mentioned in dispatches in terms of the midfield. I was thinking of Lundstrom, John Lundstrom. I think he's had a really, really good second half to the season, but that's just days. He didn't really play much in the first half of the campaign, but second half of the campaign's been really, really good. Matate's made a bit of an impact for Celtic as well there in the midfield. Again, he's only played one half of the season, so I can't really give it to Matate or Lundstrom, so it's Rogic for me. Now, my third midfielder that I'm going to be going for is a Ross County player. That is Regan Charles Cook, and he is also the top goal scorer in the Scottish Premiership at the time of recording with 13 goals. He's had a phenomenal season, and up until when I was creating this video, I thought he was a striker from looking at the goal scoring charts, but he's actually a midfielder, which makes this even more crazy. I don't think he'll be a Ross County player next season, but he's played a huge part. Well, his goals have played a huge part in Ross County getting into the top six this season. So yeah, Charles Cook is my third midfielder. Okay, now moving on to my first attacking player, and I've gone with another Hearts player. I've gone with Barry Mackay, the second highest assist leader in the league, playing for Hearts as well. I just felt like Mackay's had a really, really good year at Heart of Midlothian, and I can't wait to see what he can build upon next year after we sign a new long-term deal. So yeah, Barry Mackay, fantastic season. He's in my team also. Now moving on to the area that's probably going to cause majority of the debate down there in the comment section below. And now I'm going to be going at this out on the right wing. This was a toss-up between two players. And I've gone for Jota, and I actually put in Abada at first, but then I looked at the goals and assists. As you can see, Jota is high. He's probably played less games than Abada also, and for that impact. So I've gone with Jota there on that side, but it could have easily been Abada. So it was a toss-up between the two, but I've gone with Jota. Well, why couldn't he go on the other side? The reason for that is because I had to include Alfredo Morelos into the team as well. If you look again at the goals, he's the second highest goal scorer and also the second highest goal and assists together in the league, just behind James Tavernier there on 18. He has been injured for the last couple of weeks as well, but look, for me, those numbers, in the amount of games he's played, Alfredo Morelos goes in there. Now, I can feel the burning in the terms of the comment section. Where is Kyogo? Where is Giakoumakis? Well, Kyogo I could not put in because he's only played half the season. Yes, as you can see, his numbers are crazy in terms of goals for the minutes he's played. But, as I say, he's played half a season. The same with Giakoumakis. He never really got a start at the start of the campaign. It was only until Kyogo got injured and he sort of shone through the second half of the campaign. So again, I couldn't put two halves in. So I couldn't put Giakoumakis in, I couldn't put Kyogo in. But next season, they definitely stand a real good shout if they can score the amount of goals across the whole of the campaign. So there you go. That's my attacking players. Okay, so my last position, and this is the manager's position. Who's going to manage my team of the season? It's out of two, basically, and I'm going to be going with the controversial option. Basically, a lot of people, and who I think will be getting is Ange Postecoglou. Ange Postecoglou will probably get it. He's a fantastic campaign. The rebuild that he's done at Celtic, that he's overseen, the recruitment, the players he's brought in, the football he's been playing has been absolutely phenomenal. But for me, he's not my manager of the year. My manager of the year is Robbie Neilson. Now, again, I can feel the hate down there in the comment section from the Celtic faithful, but the reason why I've gone with Robbie Neilson is because if you cast your mind back to a year ago, Hearts were playing in the Championship. People seem to forget about Hearts playing in the Championship last year. He had a banner go over Tynecastle saying Neilson out. He was on the verge of getting sort of sacked, and fans didn't want him. Within a year, he's turned that around and he's positioned Hearts into the league, the best of the rest in the division, by a country mile. Hearts are the third best team in the league at the moment, and hopefully he can build upon that. But I think he's had a remarkable campaign. For any team to come from the Championship and finish third in the division by a mile, is a really, really fantastic achievement. And as I said, I'm not including the Cup's achievements also, but look, Scottish Cup final there as well. So it's a real good job that Robbie Nielsen's done. And I know that Ange Postecoglou will get the Manager of the Year award from the Scottish Premiership. But my personal opinion, I just feel I had to do my duty to Robbie Nielsen and give it to him. What a job he's done. And another little mention in dispatch is Malky Mackay, Ross County. What a fantastic job he's done there. 5th. Ross County maybe in European football. Unbelievable job. So, yeah, guys, that is my team of the year, as you can see here. Again, there's going to be loads of people disagreeing with certain positions and all the rest of it. Let me know down in the comment section. I'm going to jump into the comments and we'll debate about it. What you think should be different in my team. That obviously brings us to the end of today's video, guys. Please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Scottish football content. And I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.